Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. The Lakers get the win in Golden State 118-108. Start off our 6-game Grammy trip. And I thought this was a really good game for us, man. Honestly, I did. I thought this was some of the best basketball we played. I thought we were good against the Wizards. I thought we were really good against the Celtics. And I thought we were really good against the Golden State Warriors. 3 straight games where I can legitimately say we've played well. Ever since I said we sucked, we haven't sucked. That's really what it comes down to. But welcome back, Vando, man. He made a massive difference, in my opinion. In just 12 minutes of play, he was all over the place, and he just reminded you why he's somebody you need to hold on to. 3 steals, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 points in just 12 minutes of play. Uh, I mean, he was everywhere. He was everywhere. Even in a short amount of time, he made a massive, massive impact. And yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if he can keep this up. He was worth the wait, even though it took a year to get him back. You're happy to have him on a 3-year contract. You want him on more years if he play like this every night. This is the Vando. The Vando is back. And what else do we have going on here, man? Anthony Davis looked good tonight, man. I said I didn't like the well, I want to say this with a lot less confidence. I didn't really love his body language in the last game. I thought he was kind of going through the motions, even though he shot well and played well for the most part. He looked good to a lot of people, but to me, it just didn't look like he had it. Tonight was opposite. I thought he was really engaged tonight. I thought he had a lot of good energy tonight. I thought he looked like he was really involved in this basketball game mentally, and the box score shows that. He's definitely the player of the game for me tonight. 36 points, 1 block, 3 steals, 3 assists, and 13 boards. 13 of 23 shooting, 10 of 12 from behind the arc, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, plus 9. He gets the game ball for sure for me. I just thought he was really into it. I thought he looked great out there, and it's good. It's good to see him playing well right now. Good to see him in a rhythm, and he really took advantage of a Golden State team, which we definitely need him to do. So yeah, that was great. Dorian Finney-Smith got the start with Rui's absence. We decided to let Rui sit this one out. He was 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from behind the arc for 8 points, 3 rebounds, and I thought he played some really good defense, man. I think defense was the story tonight, and he had a huge to do with that, a plus 20 on the basketball game for us. LeBron James, another fantastic game for the King. He's been good a lot. I mean, come on, he's LeBron, but just as it pertains to the standards that we've held for him over the last couple of games, he's been really, really good. 25 points, 12 assists, 5 boards on 12 of 25 shooting. Only attempted 1 3-point shot. He's really cut back on his threes a lot over the last couple of games. Like, in a major way, he's not shooting the 3 ball. And he's been more efficient, and he's definitely given us exactly what we needed. He's kind of turned some of those 3-point looks into assists for other people. I think that's kind of what it is. He's fallen into that facilitating role a bit more, and it's definitely needed. So definitely love what LeBron did tonight. 16 points, 7 assists for Austin Reaves, 5 rebounds as well, 1 steal on the night, a plus 17. 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc. I thought Austin was good, put good energy out there. I'm wondering how he's handling some of these knick-knack injuries that he's been picking up over the last couple of games. In this one, he kind of fell a little bit, but ultimately he came through with a lot of energy. I think I'm getting it mixed up with LeBron. LeBron fell on his arm. I don't think Austin did, but nevertheless, Austin played a good game. So forgive me if I'm wrong about that. So yeah, that was good. That was really good production from him. Max Christie had a nice game on the road tonight. 4 or 5 from the field, 3 or 4 from behind the arc. So when Max Christie's able to shoot well, you love seeing it. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Just a real hot shooting night for Max, man. Definitely love what I saw from him tonight. Jackson Hayes played 12 minutes of play, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and the assist that he got was a good one too. He kicked the ball out to a 3-point shooter in transition. A really good rhythm pass that he made there. I haven't forgotten that at all because it was one of my favorite plays of tonight's game. Gabe Vincent, 7 points, 2 assists, 1 block, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from behind the arc. Didn't really have the 3-point shot going, but he did hit a mid-range jumper in rhythm around the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and I was saying to myself, if Gabe Vincent's shooting like that, we're a different team, man. If he's playing with that type of confidence, we can count on him the way he's been playing these last couple of weeks. It's funny because I think I know when he turned the corner as it pertains to, transitioning from Cardi G, which is a guy I just ran around, did nothing for about 20 games, And I said it. I remember saying, yo, he's struggling, but he's starting to pick it up, and his conditioning is coming along. And if he stays healthy and continues on the path with his conditioning, he's going to be really impactful for us in the second half of the season. I still believe that, and we're seeing that right now. His conditioning is where it needs to be. He's bodying people up on the defensive end. He's hitting shots with confidence on the offensive end. And he's looking more and more like the Gabe Vincent we were hoping we were signing when we gave him the contract 2 years ago. So it's good. It's really good. He's got his footing with this team for the first time, and I think he looks about as comfortable as he's looked with us all season. So that was a great look. Even though the shooting numbers were not amazing, I thought he played some good minutes tonight. Dalton Knecht, 23 minutes. That's what we're looking at. We're increasing the minutes again. 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 7 from behind the arc, 13 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. He's just too talented of a player to have DMPs in 8-minute games. And it's all incumbent upon him shooting well and ultimately getting involved in other areas. I always want to see him rebound more than 1 board. That's always going to be something I'm going to task him with. But the 3 ball is falling. His shooting has been good again. He's getting out in transition, getting dunks and stuff like that. That's what we need from Dalton Knecht. He is simply too talented to not be a massive part of what we're doing this year. So 13 points off the bench for him was the game high off of the bench, and I thought we needed every point that he gave us. So that was the production of the LA Lakers, man. Great defensive game for our standards, man. Great defensive game. I thought we played about as good a defense in this game as we played all season long. I think a lot of that had to do with Vanderbilt and Dorian on the same floor at the same time at times. Couple that with Anthony Davis, of course, out there. It just makes us a very talented defensive team. Max Christie on the floor. No Rui making mistakes on the defensive end, if I'm being completely honest with you. It just, you have more defensive talent on the floor at a given moment. AD's defensive, Dorian's defensive, Max defensive, Vando's defensive, Gabe Vincent's defensive. So you have more than not good defensive players on the floor throughout the course of this basketball game. So you know the defense is going to improve just from playing your better defensive players. From the Golden State side of things, I think B-Pod should be considered a player who played well tonight. 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 6 from behind the arc, 17 points, 2 steals, and 5 assists. Mo Moody had 10 points tonight on 4 of 7 shooting from the field. Dennis Schroeder had 10 points tonight from 4 of 6 shooting and 2 of 2 from behind the arc. Most of that was in the first half. But he's looking like he's getting his stuff going for that team. He's finally feeling comfortable. Quentin Post, 8 points, 1 steal, 3 assists. Very impressive rookie. We weren't sure if he was a rookie in the pregame, but he is a rookie. And I think he's going to make a name for himself. Steph Curry has a stretch 5. And I don't remember the last time he had a stretch 5. Does anybody remember them having a stretch 5 at any given point in time? They have a stretch 5 right now. Quentin Post is going to be a massive part of what they do going forward. And I think if he develops into what they think he's going to develop in, he could be the difference for a lot of things for the Golden State Warriors in the future. So I think they're excited about him, and they should be. Guy Santos or Guy Santos, I think it's like Karate Guy Santos. I think that's probably what the word is, Guy. 20 minutes of play, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc. He did not shoot well, but he did look like he had been looking. He looked pretty good. The shots just didn't fall tonight, and it was a good thing because he had been hot for the last couple of games. So 4 points, 2 assists, 4 boards on 1 of 5 there for him from the field. GP, 12 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 6 boards on 5 of 6 shooting from the field, 2 of 3 from behind the arc. So he shot well. He just didn't get a whole lot of looks. We're happy about that. Buddy Hield didn't shoot well tonight. We're happy about that too. 2 of 8 from the 3, 3 of 9 from behind the arc, 10 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Buddy, people wanted Buddy Hield on this team so bad. I've never been a Buddy guy, and this kind of game kind of sums up why. I just don't see it. Steph Curry had a cold night, man. Definitely helped our basketball team. Even though he had 9 assists, he shot 4 of 17 from the field, 2 of 9 from behind the arc, 13 points, 2 steals, 1 rebound. So when he's shooting that poorly, it's kind of hard for the Golden State Warriors to win games. And that's just what it was. He shot poor, and we took advantage of it. I think we did a good job on him defensively. And that's what it was. Andrew Wiggins had 20 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 6 boards on 5 of 19 shooting, and 1 of 6 from behind the arc. Andrew Wiggins usually plays well against the Lakers. I thought he shot well tonight outside of the 3-point line. So, that's not a surprise to me. And Trayce Jackson-Davis had a quiet night. 14 minutes of play, 2 of 6 from the field, 4 points, 1 steal, 1 assist. I think it's interesting that Quentin Post had more minutes than Trayce Jackson-Davis. I think that's interesting. That's a questionable thing right there. I like Quentin, and I've been calling his name out all day, but I don't know how Trayce Jackson-Davis only has 14 minutes to play. I don't know, but I'm not complaining. Steve Kerr has always done things that are a little awkward or weird or strange to me. I don't know if throughout the course of an 82-game schedule he has this all plotted out to make sure certain people have more focus and get more rest. And it might be a whole grand scheme that's much greater than just looking at one basketball game. But the one thing that I've always heard Golden State Warriors fans mention is that his rotations are just hard for them to keep up with, and they're not fans of his choices. So I don't know. That's a little strange to me looking at it on the box score, though. And that's really it, man. Kevon Looney had 2 boards and 1 steal in 10 minutes of play. Lindsey Waters played for 2 minutes, didn't accomplish any stats here. And, that's really what it is. That's what they had. Kyle Anderson did not, in fact, play tonight, even though I thought he was coming back. I'm glad he didn't. So, yeah, man, they're missing some key people, obviously. When you talk about Draymond missing and Kuminga missing as well, that's just going to really eat into what happens with their rotation at the power forward position, and you can't have that problem when you got Anthony Davis going up against you, man. And so we knew this was going to be a big AD night, and he took advantage of them being shorthanded at his position, and that's what we saw him really eating out there and just kind of taking control, and then LeBron James being aggressive, and then our defense kind of leading the way, man. And as I said in the pregame video, when Max Christie has involved himself in the scoring, hitting shots, and making quality possessions from what he does, you couple that with Dalton Knecht playing well and getting back involved, is very good, man. I look at Max Christie and Dalton Knecht, I see 23 points between the two of them. I mean, that's going to work. That's the type of production we really need from those 2 players on the offensive end, because we just have more of an emphasis for defensive players on the floor, and of course no Rui, so we needed those points made up somewhere. So that's what it is, man. Great game. I really thought that this was a very well played basketball game by the Los Angeles Lakers, man. We took advantage of some cold shooting once again, just like the Boston game. We took advantage, but we controlled the things we can control, and that is what I saw there. As a team, we shot 54% from the field, 47 of 86. The Golden State Warriors shot 46%, 41 out of 89. 3-point shooting, both teams shot 34%. 10 to 29 for us, 16 to 46 for them, 16 to 46. Yeah, they did not attack our paint very much, and I think the points in the paint will tell us that. 56 to 46. There, we got the victory in that one. 13 turnovers for the Lakers, 14 points conceded off of that, and 14 turnovers for the Warriors, 19 points conceded off of that. We had 29 assists tonight. They had 30, very close to 30. I think that helps. Scored 118 points. Held them under 110. You love that. You really love how we just overall approach both sides of the floor tonight. We won the boards there, 42 to 38. That was key against a very good rebounding team. Of course, they're missing Draymond, so that had a lot to do with it. But 10 offensive rebounds for us, 11 for them. They still have double-digit offensive rebounds no matter what, it seems, and that's exactly what they got. I want us to cut that out with other teams as we go forward on this road trip. Keep these teams under 10 offensive rebounds. We don't want teams getting second chance opportunities on us. 8 steals for the Lakers to 10 steals for the Golden State Warriors. So they only had 2 in the second half, as we had talked about in the first half. They had 8 steals, so we cut down on that. We kept them off of us in that way. And 2 blocks for the Lakers, no blocks for the Golden State Warriors. They didn't get a single block on the night, and we really, really like that for ourselves, especially since we've been complaining about that throughout the course of the week, and how people have been driving at shot blockers and getting swatted. None of that tonight, and that's a really good thing. So, yeah, man, Los Angeles Lakers, I think you played well, man. I think, I'm looking forward to hearing what other people have to say about how we played in this game, but I think the emphasis is just the return of Vanderbilt and how overall you could see where the moves that we've made allow for us to be significantly more sound defensively. And it looks like Anthony Davis has more help on the defensive end. And our offense is starting to come around because guys like Max Christie and Knecht are starting to connect, so to speak, and on their shots. And, I just think our rotation looked good tonight. I would love to see our coach go a little bit into the bench a little sooner. I heard Gilbert Arenas mention something like that as well. Just give our young players and some of our hopefuls a bit more opportunities to play when you have a 13-point lead with like 6 minutes to go, it's okay to get away from your starters. You don't want to risk injury. And I think JJ's toying around with that a little more than I'm comfortable with, if not a lot more than I'm comfortable with. And eventually it's going to bite him in the backside. So that's what I think. You can be a little paranoid and want to make sure you capture wins and be kind of concerned about your second and third units not really being able to do that for you. But you don't want to leave your starters out there to roll an ankle or break an arm or something in garbage time when you know the game is done. It's over. You know what I mean? So I understand the concern. You don't want to give back a big lead and then find yourself in real issues there. And your starters will definitely help you seal a victory. We've been good at keeping leads in the fourth quarter, and I think that's a big part of it because we never actually allow our bench to come in and ruin it for us. So while it works in certain things, in certain areas, sealing victories, which is ultimately what we're doing here, you don't want to find yourself toying around with fire. Eventually you get burnt. So I would tell JJ to find a little more balance to that, find a little more confidence in some of these guys to, close these games out. Some of our back of the bench guys, and let them play a little more, and let our guys rest. Especially at the beginning of a road trip like this, you're gonna wish you did. I think when them heavy legs come around the end of the road trip. So yeah, I thought this Laker team looked very fresh tonight. I thought they looked like they were well rested, being in California for the last month or so. It really helped that long home stand. It just made for us looking like a fresh basketball team to start this road trip. I'm curious to see how we look when we get to the Clipper land at the end of it, because I don't think it's going to be a tough schedule. We play some really condensed games, getting on planes, going to cold places from here on out. So that's really what it is. We got the Charlotte Hornets up next. We should beat them, but we do have to be careful with Mark Williams. I want people to understand that dude's playing great right now, healthy basically for the first time in his career. So yeah, look out for them. I'm sure LaMelo will be available. Brandon Miller's out for the season, so that means they're gonna shake the roster around a little bit, play some other people. So we'll do some homework on the Charlotte Hornets to make sure we don't have any letdowns there. They're a team that's actually been playing a little better. They're horrible, but they've been playing a little better over the last couple of games. So we got to keep an eye open for them. They've been stealing wins from people they have no business beating. We don't want that to be us. And then we got the Philadelphia 76ers, who's actually been doing the same thing. They've been playing a lot better, too. I don't know what's going on with Joel Embiid. Maybe he comes back for that game. I'm not really sure what's up there, but they're a team playing better. Paul George starting to get his act together, that kind of thing. So we got to be careful with the Philadelphia 76ers. That could be a letdown game off a back-to-back night situation. And, of course, we see the Wizards again. You better not let yourself down there. Stay healthy in that one. And then I think we play the Knicks, which ain't going to be easy at all. So yeah, and I think we end that with the Clippers. I believe that's how that goes. I may be missing a game there, but I believe that is how that goes. So yeah, man, that's really what it is. That is exactly what it is. And we will have all those games before 6 o'clock, so be ready for the early game schedule, of course. And then we'll be back home for these same Warriors on the 6th of February. As if we ain't seen this team enough. So that's how it's going to round out for us, man. Your Los Angeles Lakers look really good tonight, man. Definitely the way we want to start this road trip. Hadn't had a whole lot of success against the Western Conference over the last 2 weeks or so. So it was good to get this victory for that reason as well. We are now in 5th place. Of course, as I always say, we don't get too excited about that because, we're about 3 games removed from 11th place. So that's the reality of it. We just got to keep winning, and we're doing so right now. We are 2 games behind the Denver Nuggets and a half game above the LA Clippers. So that is good news for us. If everything started today, guess who we play? Denver. So anyway, man, that's how that goes. But luckily things do not start today, and we got a long way to go. In fact, we're not even at the halfway point for the season as of yet. But at 25-18, I'd say we feel pretty good about ourselves. We're on a 3-game winning streak. Our defense has improved. Our offense looks like it's in a good space right now, and we just got to keep that going against some teams that we know we should beat. Charlotte team we definitely shouldn't lose to. So that's pretty much what I have to say, man. Yeah, Charlotte's coming off a victory, as a matter of fact, and their next game is us. They blew the Pelicans out. Yes, they blew the Pelicans out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's who we're seeing, a Charlotte team that had their way with the Pelicans because they shot the ball very well. So that's what I want people to understand, man. Zion was definitely out there. Zion was on the floor, and he got his hat brought to him by LaMelo and Bridges, and Steph's brother Seth had a really good game. So we're going to do homework on all of that. We will know what we're getting into with this team, but I'm telling y'all, you do not want to take this team lightly. We do not want to take this team lightly at all. So that's pretty much what I got to say. Good win tonight, though, man. Definitely good win against the Warriors tonight. We definitely respect Steph Curry and those guys, but it's always good to see Bron get the victory there. And yeah, we won both of the games in their building. You know, we beat them on Christmas Day, and a month later, beat them again. BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching.